Aku Akola Jimo Adeku Bushenlo Nilu Nigeria, a country till 63 years cannot provide the basic things of life for its people. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI. I just woke up just about 5 minutes ago. It is already coming to 5 a.m. in London, where this transmission is coming from. And my job is to wake those of you that are still sleeping, those of you that are still in denial that Nigeria, 63 years, could provide all the basic things of life. Good morning, my brother, Alan Condi, and the rest of you. Well, my job, as I say all the time, is to remind millions of Nigerians why Nigeria needs to officially come to an end. But many of you always disagree because you believe that Nigeria is still going to have a future. You will never secure a future in the contraction known as Nigeria. So good morning and welcome to the Friday, 7th of June, 2024 at exactly almost 5 a.m. from London, where this transmission is coming from. Okay, Kanielo Yede and the rest of you that have also joined us as we go into the discussion for probably an hour or thereabout. Each time you look at the current state of Nigeria, and while we are here advocating for a peaceful dissolution of this contraction that the British created for their own selfish gain, many Nigerians come back and argue that they can still make Nigeria to work. How that is going to happen, I don't know. But under the leadership of Professor Adebanji Akitoye, education is very, very important. It is the key to wake the spirit of an economy. It is also the only way to provide meaningful and the basic things of life for many Yoruba people and Nigerians as a whole. But what they've done craftily is that those that are powerful and their corrupt European countries have decided to make sure that Nigerians have been told by Nigeria Omani Ipatomako when it comes to all this nonsense, the most populous black people in the world, and all these lies that we have been given for a very, very long time. So our own job as self-determination campaigner is to debunk the lies and make it clear to every Nigerians, especially our Yoruba, there is no amount of your plead, there's no amount of your effort that will transform and change what Nigeria looks like today. Mokibabami Adegoroye Okpeyemi Adisa. Good morning, sir. So, why do we come out frequently and why do we want to liberate ourselves? Yesterday, I was taking you back to France as the Normandy Day is coming to an end. Sometime this year, 1944, many people were liberated. Many people were liberated, and that is why those that have been liberated are celebrating their heroes. But it is the other way around. In the contraction, most of you are still calling a country, because Nigeria is a contraction, and it is not going to bring any joy or any hope in your life, in my life and as many lives. That is why the diaspora continue to support different organizations back home in Nigeria so that they can have, you know, access to basic things of life, especially those that are donating and supporting in whatever ways to make sure that ìyàtọ̀ ń can be at least minimized. But many Nigerians today, pray pé Nigeria will come out of its shackles and the problems that it's facing because we have not got the right leadership. You will never get the right leadership. Mokia brother me, easy, Aziz, Badeshiri, all the way Miami. This program is not going to be long. As usual, Tibati Jiba, I just want to push something out. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ṣe máa jí, tẹ́ máa lọ gbàdúrà. Iṣẹ́ tèmi náà ni pé kí n jí, kí n remind yín that whatever your expectation on Nigeria, you will not get it. Mo kí bàbá mi, Michaela Ahmed, 60. So, into yẹ kí gbogbo wa máa ronú nísìnyí pé mo kí Aliu Dare, Mr. Solution. Into yẹ kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá máa ronú nísìnyí pé kí la ṣe máa make sure pé Mr. Lariscope, thank you so much. Ta ṣe máa exit in Nigeria. Ẹ wo àkọlé tí mo kọ ní àárọ̀ yìí. A country without a welfare system for 63 years. A country without security, education, future, àtóúnjẹ. Sórí nǹkan tí mo kó papọ̀ yẹn, níjọ́ wo ni wọ́n rò pé mo kẹ́yìn tẹ́ wà ní America because ẹ̀yin ti lọ sí ọwọ́ òru, ẹ̀yin ṣe fẹ́ lọ sùn ní àwa tara Europe, àwa ṣe ń dìde, àwọn ti China, àwọn ti wà lọ́wọ́ ọ̀sán, activities ń lọ ní gbogbo ìlú kọ̀ọ̀kan ní gbogbo àgbáyé. But in Nigeria, activities kan tó ń lọ ni pé àwọn tó wá kó ilẹ̀. You see, I always tell you they come around this time. Àwọn tó wá kó ilẹ̀, àwọn lẹ̀ ń gbọ́ tí van wọn ń dún. Country tó fún ẹ ní future tí kò prepare, àbí, you understand? Tó jẹ́ pé many Nigerians today, ẹ wá ń allow the same set of people. Bàbá mi son Odo, ẹ ṣé gan ni, ẹ kú tọ́jú and good morning sir. Ẹ bá kí àwọn family. Ẹ mọ̀ dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé gbogbo ìrìn àjò wa lórí ìrìn àjò Yorùbá nation. Àwọn kan rò pé kò ní wá sí ìmúṣẹ. We are not going to argue with you, but it will be proved at some point in the history of Yoruba people where people came out and asked for the right, and that right, àlàáfíà ni mo wà, ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá mi, kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín sir, and that right, ó máa wá sí ìmúṣẹ. But ṣé wá rẹ̀yìn tí ẹ máa padà wá di part of the country, ó máa dùn yín gan pé nígbà tí wọ́n ń jàjà òmìnira yẹn, nígbà tí wọ́n ń jàjà pé kí a lè bọ́ nínú ìdààmú àti òṣì táwọn òyìnbó aláwọ̀ funfun tó ń pè ní Britain, because Britain ló kó wa sí ibi tí future wa ti hang. But ẹ̀yin wá expect pé the same Britain tó kó wa sí problem yẹn, ó máa wá resolve problem yẹn. No, Britain is not going to resolve the problem. They are not going to resolve the problem because expectation ni pé Britain máa dé, á wá bá wa yanjú the fraudulent amalgamation. Mo kàn charge àwọn laptop yẹn ni o because àwa níná ní bíbá lóòótọ́ à ń sanwó fún ni, kò ń ṣọ̀fẹ́, kò yẹ dé sí orí pé mo ṣe wà nínú pyjamas mi. Ilé èèyàn máa ń wọ̀ nínú ilé ni, wàá máa jẹ́ kẹ́sẹ̀ kó warm, kò sí òtútù but wàá máa wọ̀ nínú ilé. O kì í wọ̀ lọ síta o, inú ilé ló ti máa wọ̀. So now a lot of things ló ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú Nigeria. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, Lariscope ó ní Nigeria was not designed to work. But ṣé wá rà wọn Nigerians, ẹ̀yin máa ń pray pé kọ́nà jẹ́ kí Nigeria yìí kó wọ́, kójú lè ti Ìgbòho àti Koikimedia, kójú lè ti Bàbá Akíntóyè, kójú lè ti àwọn tó ń ṣe campaign. ẹ wo gbogbo wa bá ṣe ń pariwo, bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ lójoojúmọ́, olúkálùkù máa ń mú different areas tó fi ń sọ̀rọ̀. But lọ́dọ̀ tiwa níbí báyìí, àwa máa ń lọ towards the international side. Now, nílùú yìí nísìn, ìlú táwa yìí, ẹ má bínú ẹ̀ táwa lórí, mo realize pé mo tan kámẹ́rà mi, mo ti tàn nísìn. Ẹ rí pé plat kìíní ta lò lánàá, liberation, òun ló ṣì wà lẹ́yìn mi. Kí ni meaning liberation? Ẹ jẹ́ ká tẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ lọ get understanding liberation. So tá bá lo the word liberation, what does it mean? You know, to liberate people. Because a fẹ́ liberate ara wa ni. So bó ṣe wá di pé àwọn kan wá sọ di pé à ń bára wa jà. Liberation, liberation, Liberation. Àwa máa pè ní bíbá ní Lima, Indigo, Bravo, Echo, Romeo, Alpha, Tango, India, Oscar, November. Liberation. Kí ni wọ́n ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀? Àti pé kí ni ìdí tá a ṣe fẹ́ liberate ara wa? Kí ló dé tá a ṣe fẹ́ wà nínú Nàìjíríà? Ṣé Nàìjíríà ṣé ó ṣẹ̀ wá ni? Kí ni reason tí a kò dìde níjọ́ kan tá a wá sọ pé a fẹ́ Nàìjíríà mọ́? Have you ever asked those questions? Pé àwọn tó ń pariwo Yorùbá nation yìí, kí ni reason tó ṣe ń pariwo Yorùbá nation? Why are they shouting Yorùbá nation? Why are people shouting Biafra? And why? Ẹ mọ̀ pé kí ni tèmi lélẹ̀ symbol mi, mo gbọ́dọ̀ máa gbé sára, because nígbà tí mo ti sọ pé èmi ni bàbá Yorùbá nation, kò ní dá kí n máa sọ̀rọ̀ kẹ má rí olóyè lára mi, gbọ́dọ̀ máa rí ni, because òun ló ń ran àwọn kan nínú pé ṣó ṣe jẹ́ òun nìkan ni, ó ṣe jẹ́ Ìgbòho nìkan, Ìgbòho tó kàwé yẹn, Ìgbòho tó lọ́pọlọ yẹn, ẹ fi sílẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀, àwa like. Ìwọ tó ní PhD tí ìrun ẹ tí wọ́n fi jìyà ní wákàtí tó dẹ̀ refuse láti dá sí, ìwọ tó kàwé tí wọ́n fi ìrun ẹ tó fi ń jìyà tó lè dá sí. Àbọ̀rọ̀ mi ò yé yín nísìn. So ẹ bá wa fi olóyè Ìgbòho sílẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Kí n tó máa tẹ̀síwájú, ilé tẹ́lẹ̀ yóò charge, okay? Ṣé mo plug laptop yìí? Okay, kò wọlé dáadáa. Ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn dàbí ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà ni. Expect pé kó múnádóko, kò lè ṣiṣẹ́. Let's first explain the meaning of liberation to our people. Because those of you that are always thinking that we are here because we don't love APC. No, you can never love the criminals. There's a lot to discuss in the next 1 hour. Program yóò ní ju 1 hour long. By 6 o'clock, màá mú wá sísàlẹ̀. Mo wá, because I don't like to see my lips dry. So for me 1 minute, I don't love it like that. Mo lè máa wọ́ra mi ní camera. My lips are dry. Tí mo lè fi pa. Inú jacket mi ló wà. Because kò sí point. Inú jacket mi ló wà. Nígbà tí mo lọ sọ́dọ̀ mom sí mi lánàá. So mo máa ń mu dání. Gbogbo ẹ̀ máa dán yòmùyòmù nísìn. Mo kíyà mi ẹ̀yin yá dáadáa. Mo folúwa kẹ́ Olúgẹ̀. Wọ́n ní ojúmọ́ ire o fún gbogbo àwọn ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire. Ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹ̀yin yá dáadáa. Mo kí gbogbo yín. Mo kí ẹ̀yin grandma. I was with my mom yesterday for about 2 hours. Now, nígbà tí mo lọ sọ́dọ̀ mom sí mi lánàá, mo wá yà ní Jamaican shop. Mo ra patty. Mo like ẹ̀. Àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ náà dẹ̀, mo ṣàrà bí mélòó kan. It's not cheap. It's expensive. About £2.50 for ẹyọ kan. Bí ṣe jáde nínú shop yẹn báyìí, ọmọ aláyé kan rí mi báyìí. Láti inú mọ́tò ẹ̀, ó pariwo, Koiki, Koiki. Ló bá, mọ́tò ẹ̀ ṣì wà in the motion. Òun kọ́ ló ń drive. Ẹni tó ń drive yẹn kọ́ park ni láàrin títì. Bó ṣe bọ́lẹ̀ ni, ó hug mi. Ó kí mi dáadáa. Ó ní àkú iṣẹ́. He has been only way because ibi iṣẹ́ ló ti ń bọ̀. He works for the council. He hasn't been home for a very long time, but I'm not going to give you the exact year. Ọmọ Èkó gidi ni, ọmọ Ìdúmọ̀tà ni. Ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ olóyè. And when I tend to see when people react like that, I'm máa fi surprise wọn lẹ́ǹkankan. So mo pe olóyè lórí video call. The call was declined. So I thought maybe it was busy. And I left it. After tèmi àti àlàyé yẹn ti sọ̀rọ̀ tán, òun tẹ̀ àlàyé yẹn ti ń lọ. Mo ní sọ̀rọ̀kọ ẹ̀, ọmọ Yorùbá dáadáa ni. Báyìí olóyè ṣe pè mí padà nìyẹn lórí video call. Bí ṣe wíṣù ẹ̀ máa wá mọ́ Nàìjà. Bó ṣe padà wá nìyẹn. Bí ṣe gbé fún olóyè nìyẹn. Ọmọ. Bàbá yẹn kọ́kọ́ ṣí fìlà orí ẹ̀ dànù pé òun júbà olóyè. Ẹmọ tó ń sọ fún olóyè, ó ní olóyè ò ní any reason láti dá sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation. Ìyà ò jẹ́. Olóyè ní future. Olóyè ní security. 1 million Fúlàní ò lè dá dúró. Kò ń ṣe pa máa fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé ó ní Ọlọ́run ló kò ní òun lóògùn o. Torí gbà yẹn lè máa sọ pé òun lóògùn. Olóyè ò sọ pé òun lóògùn. But 1 million ni mo sọ Fúlàní ò lè dá dúró. But àwa mẹ̀kúnnù, probability wa pé wọ́n lè dá wa dúró. Torí Ọlọ́run dá olúkálukú ní akíkanjú. Kò ṣe bí tolóyè, Fúlàní ò lè dá dúró. Ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ olóyè pé òun dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn fún iṣẹ́ takuntakun tó gbé dání. And the guy went further to say, kó sọ fún Tinubu, kó jẹ́ kí gbogbo kinní kó dàrú, kó olúkálukú máa lọ nílò ẹ̀. Bó ṣe bí ṣe dárúkọ Tinubu yẹn nísìnyí, mo ní picture Tinubu kan bó ṣe sùn lélẹ̀. Right now, Tinubu ti sùn. But bàbá kan wá ń jí Tinubu. Bàbá yẹn ó ń tàpù Tinubu pé má sùn taratara, dìde lẹ̀. Ìyẹn làwọn kan ṣe ní bàbá yẹn ṣiṣẹ́ fún Tinubu. Ìyẹn ló ń pè ní bàbá dáadáa, tó ń pè ní Professor Adébánjí Akíntóyè. Because bàbá Akíntóyè ju Tinubu lọ lọ́jọ́ orí. Bàbá Akíntóyè ju Tinubu lọ. Tinubu lè jẹ́ a politician, a businessman, a man that has network based on pé òun náà wà involved in the politics of the Nigeria today. But in tí kò yẹ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yín ni pé ẹ̀ ń rò pé ẹ̀yin nìkan lẹ nífẹ̀ẹ́ Tinubu. Ṣẹ̀rá àwa ta nífẹ̀ẹ́ àpọ̀jù ẹ̀yin gangan lọ because future táwa ń retí kò ṣe nínú Nàìjíríà mọ́. Àwọn ò retí future kankan mọ́ nínú Nàìjíríà. We are tired of that shit hole country. Our expectation as of today is to allow Nigeria to dissolve and let everybody go their separate ways. Ìyẹn làwa ṣe ń kígbe fún Tinubu pé jí má sùn, dìde lójú oorun, èyí tó sùn ti tó. Because kò sí nǹkan tó lè ṣe nísìn tó lè gbé kalẹ̀ tí Yorùbá ò bá ti exit kúrò lára Nàìjíríà, tí Shettima bá padà di gọ́fìmẹ̀ntì tó di full, ẹ mọ̀ pé for now ó ń ká gọ́lọ́gọ́lọ́ ni. Ìjọ tí Tinubu bá parí ìjọba ẹ̀. Because gbogbo wa kò sẹ́ni tó ń gbàdúrà ikú, à ń gbàdúrà àlàáfíà ara. Kódà a gbàdúrà àwa o, èmi o, lẹ́yìn ní gbangba mo gbàdúrà ikú fún Tinubu. Because tí Tinubu bá pa Shettima gbàjọba nìyẹn. Òfin Nàìjíríà ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Pauline, good morning. If Tinubu should die, which nobody prayed for that, especially me, I would rather still want to be seeing him there than see Shettima. That is what some of you don't understand. Now, all the policies that is not going to work, because we know they are not going to work, gbogbo policy tí Tinubu ń try láti put together to make sure that Nigeria will work. Bàbá Akíntóyè ti sọ fún pé, okay, báàgì mi wà níbẹ̀ yẹn, mo ti clear bíbá lánàá kí mo mọ̀ pé mo ní ṣe program lánàá mọ́. So, and sometimes mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kí inú bíbá kó dà bíbá tó jẹ́ pé, so I tidy it up. So gbogbo àwọn ẹrù mi mo ti kó wọ sí abẹ́ staircase. Because ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn ìyá wa tó bá dé ńgbà mi, mo fẹ́ kí ìyàwó mi wọ́n pa inú ilé ṣe wá rí báyìí. Kọ́lọ́n kó fàyè rí gbà wá ká ní studio tiwa. Láti máa lọ máa jókòó tí gbogbo nǹkan máa set up properly. But it doesn't matter. Ibi tí mò ń lò yìí náà ẹ̀ ń rí mi. Tó matter nìyẹn. mo ṣe jí ni mo ti fọyín mi mo ti fọyín láàárọ̀ yìí pákó kan lèmi lò ó but toothpaste tí mo lò ó ní pákó nínú bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ṣé wọ́n mọ̀ pé pákó yẹn àwọn kan máa extract juice inú ẹ̀ wàá convert ẹ̀ wàá sọ di nǹkan tó lè máa fi fọyín ìwọ ṣì ń retí káwa máa lo igi yẹn náà tí bá wà níjẹ̀bú òde ìyẹn ni máa lo igi bọ̀ ní London wọ́n ti convert ẹ̀ sí toothpaste herbal toothpaste ló ń pè iṣẹ́ tí pákó ń ṣe lòun náà ṣe now bàbá Akíntóyè ó wá ń jí Tinubu lójú oorun pé má sùn future tó fẹ́ build fún Nàìjíríà irọ́ ni mo pa ok na àwọn míì ló wà níbí báyìí part 1 lélẹ̀ lẹ́tà takọ sí Tinubu ẹ̀kọ́ ká lo lẹ́tà takọ sí Tinubu ìyẹn lélẹ̀ ó dà pé end of June ni wọ́n pè pé lẹ́tà yẹn máa expire èbí rò pé 15th ni but ó dà pé end of June bàbá Akíntóyè wá ń wo lẹ́tà yìí ó wá kọ lẹ́tà sí Tinubu ó ní Tinubu ọmọ ló jẹ́ sí mi òun ṣe bàbá sí mi ọ̀ a lè sọ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọmọ ló jẹ́ sí bàbá kọ bàbá Akíntóyè is 89 àwọn kan ní Tinubu age bákan ó ti decrease ó ti increase ìyẹn ọkàn mi èyí tí mo ṣàmọ̀ ni pé age tí Tinubu ń lò lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìn mọ́ bọ̀ age tó náà ń lò nísìn òun ni ká look towards to kò bá wa dàgbà kó máa parọ́ pé àwọn kan náà máa ń change age wọn as at today Tinubu náà ń 72 years old àwọn kan ló jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ìyẹn I don't have any evidence but bàbá Akíntóyè ju Tinubu lọ kódà bí Tinubu bá jù báyìí náà lọ bàbá Akíntóyè sì jù lọ lọ́jọ́ orí kò ń ṣe ẹgbẹ́ bàbá Akíntóyè now ó ní opportunity láti reverse damage tí British ṣe fún wa sister mi kan wà Nàìjíríà wọ́n send the voice mi lánàá wọ́n ní Koiki a máa sọ̀rọ̀ gan wọ́n ní Koiki àwọn ṣì ń bílí pé Tinubu ó lè ṣe kankan tó máa change gbogbo narrative bí Nàìjíríà ṣe rí mo ní I don't always like to dispute it but personally I don't believe because ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń rò pé ó lè ṣe time tẹ́ fẹ́ yẹ kó ṣe ó yẹ kẹ́ ti máa rí signal president ni ṣe Nàìjíríà mọ́ ẹni bá fẹ́ kú láàrin àwọn olórí burúkú àwọn òyìnbó amúnisìn torí àwọn òyìnbó yẹn amúnisìn ni wọ́n ẹ̀yin lẹ́yìn ò mọ̀ amúnisìn ni wọ́n gbogbo wọn pátá amúnisìn ni wọ́n it needs to put the brake now kó fún wa ní signal yẹn kárí signal yẹn pé yes à ń lọ kò ń ṣe tí wọ́n sì ní ó máa ṣe díẹ̀díẹ̀ àwọn kan ní tó bá di the second time Ọlọ́run ló ní ẹ̀mí gbogbo wa mo fẹ́ ọbẹ̀ Elédùmarè kó dá ẹ̀mí ẹ̀sìn ń sọ̀rọ̀ bí ìgbà tó yẹ pé gbogbo wa la ní ọlá àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ now ṣé wàá rí bàbá Akíntóyè wá ti wo gbogbo ẹ̀ pé he was part of the Second Republic ṣẹ́rẹ́ yẹn ọmọ kéékèèké yìí tí bá náà ọmọ kéékèèké up to wọ́n tó jẹ́ ọmọ 60 years old ọmọ kéékèèké ní gbogbo yín lábẹ́ bàbá Akíntóyè and I'll cap it like that because ṣẹ̀rẹ́ àwọn tó ti 70 tó bá ṣe ń sọ pé Nàìjíríà àwọn yẹn ti ní dementia Mr. Ṣẹ́gun Akínbóyè mokeyisa 1 hour ní program yìí lágbára Ọlọ́run 6 o'clock mo máa hẹ́ndẹ̀ bí n tẹ̀sùn mo máa lọ sókè tó ilẹ̀ náà ti mọ́ ṣẹ́rí bàbá màmá tó wà above 60 from 60 upwards tó bá ṣe ń sọ Nàìjíríà wọ́n ní dementia wọ́n ní problem ṣẹ́rí àwọn tó wà between 0 to 60 gbogbo àwọn táwa ní that range yẹn ẹ̀yin dispute pẹ̀lú bàbá Akíntóyè mo wonder pé so now because you are part of the government either directly or opposition or because o ti ní exposure o ní exposure ju bàbá Akíntóyè lọ so o mọ̀ pé bàbá Akíntóyè náà gbé ní Amẹ́ríkà ṣó rò pé local ni bàbá Akíntóyè O lè pè mí ní local nísìnyí, ẹni tó ti ń gbé ní UK for 24 years. O tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. O tó bẹ́ẹ̀ kó pè mí ní local. International person ni mí. In tí mo ti rí in 24 years for living outside Nigeria. O ì tí rí. Mo sọ àwọn tájọ wà níta o, àbẹ́ni tó ń travel tó ń wọlé tó ń jáde. Ṣebí ọ̀rẹ́ wa Zazu ó wà l'Amẹ́ríkà nísìn. Mo rí tó ń sọ pé kò tẹ̀ yé òun mọ́ pé national anthem, our fatherland, she is now our motherland. Should we go and do DNA for Nigeria? Ṣé rí gbogbo àwọn Zazu yẹn wọ́n mọ tó ń lọ, but wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ play to the narrative. Zazu bó ṣe wà yẹn is a very very intelligent man. Ó wà highly intelligent because ẹni tó ń sọ fún ẹ pé ẹ change national anthem tó wà láti our fatherland, ẹ wá ní ká máa lo èyí táwọn colonial rulers, àwọn tó kó wa sínú wàhálà, ẹ wá ní ká padà sí yẹn nítorí pé ìyẹn ní reflection tó join gbogbo wa together. Kò join anything together. Ṣé wàá rí kí n padà sórí àwa age group náà? Ẹ má yẹ kí n tẹ̀ lo ọmọ kéékèèké. Láti ọmọ tí ẹ má bínú mo ní lè sọ ní àlùfàǹṣá, ọkùnrin tí kinní ìsàlẹ̀ ti ń le oyè yín bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ká rọra dé mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀, àtọbìnrin tó ti ní reaction títí dé 60 years old, ọkùnrin àtàgbàlagbà náà bẹ́ẹ̀, tó bá sì ń sọ pé Nàìjíríà máa work òun sọ pé bàbá Akíntóyè tó jẹ́ ọmọ 89 kò mọ tó ń sọ. That is what you are saying, because argue pẹ̀lú bàbá 89 that have lived in that same system, that have traveled out, that have seen it all, that work with Baba Awolowo. Bàbá tí ẹni sìn kò ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú Bàbá Awolowo, kò ní any reason láti wà pẹ̀lú Bàbá Awolowo, but àwọn tí wọ́n jọ ṣe pẹ̀lú Bàbá Awolowo, bàbá yẹn wá ń sọ fún wa pé kíran Yorùbá lè ní àṣeyọrí léni, lọ́la àti lọ́jọ́ ọ̀la àti ní future. Ìwọ wá argue pẹ̀lú bàbá yẹn at ẹni tó jẹ́ 20, ẹlòmíì gan láti 16 nísàlẹ̀ yẹn ti máa ń le, lọ́bìnrin ti máa ń ní láti máa rí, tọ́bìnrin ti ń reproduce, tí ara wọn ti ń change. Ó wá ń sọ pé ìwọ ló máa wá, you will come and fix Nigeria. So what you are saying is that Baba Akintoye does not know what he's talking about. That is what you are saying. You are arguing with Baba Akintoye that he doesn't know what he's talking about, that he's an old man. You know that one day you will be old as well, like your parent that could not have access to the basic things of life. Like your parent that could not have access to the basic things of life until some of them died. Until some of them are still alive, they need. You see, when you are growing and you are getting to a mo dọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ sí mi lánàá, wọ́n ní gbogbo àwọn kankan tí àwọn oògùn wọn kankan, she doesn't need to go outside. All her medication will be delivered right inside her house. Is that the same thing with your own elderly parents? My mom worked just like your parents worked, mostly across different parts of Nigeria. Are they being paid their pension? With how can parents be going to put placard, pay our pension? No, their pension should be paid automatically by the country that they served. Our parents worked. They serve this government. They serve the state. They serve the private, even the private institution. Those ones are the most criminals. Because there is no law that supports them, your parents, because my parent is not part of it. My parent she's not getting a pension from Nigeria. She get a pension from here. And she doesn't have to lobby. She doesn't have to plead anybody. She doesn't have to go and dobale for all these your criminal governors, like those local government are doing, especially with Akpabiodu and the rest of them. Their pension get paid, boom. Do you know that today is Friday? All those that worked last week, they get paid today. No minus, no half pay, no 1/4 pay, no, oh, we didn't pay you. No, everybody that worked in Europe, mostly, not just UK. Ìyá mi Mofoluwake sọ pé President Tinubu nor any Yoruba politician dare not move for the dissolution of Nigeria for the sake of their lives and the illicit gains that they squeeze out of the polite. Do you know the meaning of illicit? Ẹ máa gbọ́ illicit drug. When they say something is illicit, ILLICIT, the meaning of that word, I'll tell you the meaning. Actually, meaning liberation. No. So tabani illicit, not legally permitted or authorized. So many of you are waiting that Tinubu will try to make things work. Temidayo Emmanuel, I am trying to leave this other country for real, not just for only me. I pray with my families. That's all I can say. If you can leave, leave. But it already 11 million have left. 11 million of us, if not more. I am part of the 11 million that have left. I left 24 years ago. Many people still want to leave. But the problem is, the more tea and salo, the more the land is no longer in our possession, is no longer in our care. So sticking to Baba Akintoye, Baba Akintoye is now saying to every sons, daughters of Yoruba people that we should wake up and demand that our future is no longer in Nigeria. Like I wrote this time last week Friday, I was preparing to go to last week Friday ni birthday me, Kolonja Shopolopodun. I was already preparing to go and prepare for broadcast in central London because I knew that there was going to be a Champions League, which Real Madrid eventually won. You saw the broadcast, you saw all the images. I want to more interview, I want Borussia Dortmund, èèyàn kan ló máa win. Lórí ìrìn àjò tá a wà yìí, lórúkọ ti Jésù, what God cannot do, Elohi, àwa ọmọ Yorùbá la máa gba kọ́pù break away from Nigeria tí Yorùbá máa dá dúró. Inshallah, Ọlọ́run wọlá gbogbo bí tó ti máa kí útúbà lẹ́ni ní gbogbo àgbáyé. Ọlọ́run wá wọlá àwọn onílẹ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, àwọn tí wọ́n ti rí pé wọ́n ti fìyà jẹ wá. Àwọn èèyàn kan ní Tèmídáyọ̀ ní happy birthday sir, this is my first time joining your program and it is cool. Kò ń ṣe cool lásán, máa ń gbóná. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. So gbogbo èèyàn tó wá ń dúró de future lára question tí mo béèrè ní last week Friday, mo ní ǹjẹ́ ẹ ṣe rò pé future wà nínú Nàìjíríà àṣeyọrí? Many people might not understand. Now, ẹ jẹ́ ká padà lọ sí meaning kí ló ń pè ní liberation. Because the process of what we are doing today, then nǹkan méjì ní ká lò ní bíbá. The other one, number 6, Nigeria economy. Báwo ló ṣe ń lọ lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀? Ẹ má bínú. Nigeria economy, báwo ló ṣe ń lọ lọ́dọ̀ tiẹ̀? Ìbéèrè ni o. Because lọ́dọ̀ tèmi, Nigerian economy, demands ó ti pọ̀ ju ntí àwa náà ní lọ́wọ́ lọ. Especially because when people see us like this on the social media, wọ́n expect pé táwọn bá ti sọ fún Koiki pé àwọn ìtí ìjẹun lánàá, mo gbọ́dọ̀ send owó sí wọn. No. Ẹ ṣe máa kọ send message sí mi pé torí ọmọ yín sick, mo gbọ́dọ̀ send owó sí yín. No, èmi ni government ni. Mo ń béèrè ní inú bo ni kí mi ti máa mú owó yẹn. Oh, torí mo máa ní káwọn èèyàn dáwó fún mi. So tó bá dáwó yẹn fún mi, tèmi bá kó gbogbo ẹ̀ fún yín, ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé èmi náà máa dolóṣì? Because èmi náà ní 25 staff tó ń bá mi ṣiṣẹ́. Àwọn náà lọ́mọ. Mo dẹ̀ tún ní family nílé, mo dẹ̀ ní family ní bíbá. Ó ní family púpọ̀ dẹ̀ ní mi. Thank you so much, Mr. Pauline. So that is the reason why we cannot accept all your demands. Yes, bí alẹ́ nǹkan kan. kò ń ṣe pé mo kì í ṣe mo ní láti máa sàn yẹn lórí social media bọ̀kẹ́ wá fi pé right yín ni pé tẹ́ bá ti send message sí wa a gbọ́dọ̀ fún yín lówó náà kò ń ṣe right wa right yín ni pé kẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn ìjọba pé ibi tó ń kówó sí kí ni welfare system ò ṣe dọ́dọ̀ yín. Why is it that you don't have a welfare system? You can't blame me for that. You can't blame Baba Akintoye for that. That is why we are saying that we can't continue like this. Because we need a system that works, a system that serves everybody. But the current Nigeria is 60. And don't tell me, oh, it is, Rome was not built in one. No, for 63 years, you have not yet been liberated. What we are putting forward now is what is the real deal, the real liberation, which is mean that the act of or process. Because process in it, no, it will happen. But it is a process. Because we are not going to Daluru, but we will come out at the appropriate time and do what needs to be done. But if you expect that we will now become known as terrorists. No, we are not terrorists. Right, tagbidani òun náà ni right tí àgbáyé sọ. But don't expect Tinubu to allow the right to happen because Tinubu is already subjugated himself. What is subjugated? Tinubu fúnra rẹ̀ wà nínú danger. Many of you don't know that. President Bola Tinubu himself is in danger because for every blessed day, he dare not trust, especially the northerners, because they are not friends with us. Even our Igbo, they are not friends with us. But the good thing is that he must be very careful so that they don't take him out of the picture. And I'm sure you know what I mean by that. Because the moment Tinubu is no longer in the picture, right, then the next person in line is number 2. You can't go and give presidency to Akpabio if Tinubu buy. You will have to give it to Shetima. So, liberation at 23 minutes past 5 in a Friday, 7th of June 2024. It's a live transmission. I am the one that would explain things in details to you. We're not fighting because of your religion. What thing concern me with your religion? If you like, be religious people. If you like, you don't have to. But the process to freeing someone, who are the someone? Àwa ìran Yoruba. Even to free the Arewas, to free the Igbos, to free the Ijaws, to free the people that the British put in that contraction and call it Nigeria, knowing fully well that it was never going to serve its full purpose and benefit of life. Yes, some of us will shine. I saw someone giving somebody 10 million for being the best student of LASU. But do you know that there are many best students in every rural area, but they couldn't get access to the LASU University, not to talk about the one in their local government called Polytechnic. Why? Because they don't have the fund. So, àwa kan wá jáde láàrin méjì, àwa lọ mú èèyàn kan. Ẹwẹ́ ní yẹ, oya kọrin fáwọn diaspora. Ṣẹ́rí pé kọrin dáadáa. Our diaspora and Yoruba people, we are nǹkan kan wà ní ìgbà àyà wa. Tá bá ti rán àwọn kankan tó fẹ́ dàbí pé ó kù díẹ̀ káàtó, àwa máa buwó síbẹ̀. Ìyàgà. Bí bàbá Èkìtì ṣe sọ lánàá. I don't get involved in all those kind of conversation. But àwọn tí mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ sọ síbẹ̀ ó ti yé wọn. We will now be donating money. Donate there. Donate, everybody. I am calling for diaspora. I donate £250. All that is not going to solve our problem. Do you know millions of people are suffering? Out of 35 million Yoruba people, 5 million, they are wealthy. They can eat. Don't tell me the old 35 million Yoruba people in Nigeria today can be able to afford 3 square meal. So, ewa muyan kan jáde out of 30 million. I want pump owó síbẹ̀. Pew, pew. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́. It's good, but it is not the solution to the problem. You need to have a government in place. A government that would then take good care. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò ìyá mi Àbọ̀sẹ̀dé Rachel Ẹ̀ka Roma. Mo ní lecture room níbí báyìí. When you come here, you will sit back. You have the right to criticize your lecturer. I am not in Nigeria. But if you abuse me, I will abuse you back. Just listen. If something is not clear to you, maybe the next show, maybe the third show, or the fourth show, or all the programs I've done in the last 3 years, you will go back and watch it and say, kí ló dé tí bọ̀bọ́ yìí ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí? Because the SGF of Nigeria, there's a man called SGF, the secretary to the government of the federation, known as George Akume. Olórí burúkú. I can curse all the politicians, but Nigerians, my mom have said, just don't curse them. But politicians, he's 70 years old. He has 4 drivers. Go and listen to what he said yesterday. Only driver Mary Mokia Babami, Isaac Obiago, thank you so much, and Jorge Biafra. We might have issues with ourselves, but there's some of them say they want to go. But not all the Igbos want to go. Some of them are working to think that, Peter Obi will come and rule over us, as if when he comes, he is the magic one. He will transform Nigeria. And me, I will now say, hey, Peter Obi, Obi, Kelele. And then I will say, no more Yoruba nation. Let me say this again to you all. George Akume, the Nigerian politician, who is the 21st and the current secretary to the government of the federation, appointed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He has served as Minister of Special Duties and Intergovernment Affairs during the tenure of the failed Muhammadu Buhari, Ekaro Yami Oluwa Shola Fatuashe. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn Muslim Association of Nigeria, mo dẹ̀ kí gbogbo àwọn ìyá mi kankan tó wà lábẹ́ gbogbo àwọn àsàlátù pátá, gbogbo ibi tó ti máa ṣàsàlátù nírọ̀lẹ́ yìí, mo kí gbogbo yín, ẹ̀yin CAF sisters, ẹ̀yin màmá dáadáa, alájà Baruwa, alájà White, alájà Adéyẹyẹ, mo kí gbogbo yín títí dé gbogbo ọ̀nà Idatin, gbogbo ibi tó ti máa kí Jímọ̀ ní gbogbo bí kẹ́bí ẹ̀rá lẹ́nu, máa lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí ẹ̀yin Christian. He was born in 1953. He's 70 years old. He was born December 27. He has been the secretary to the government of the federation láti ìgbà tí Tinubu ti débẹ̀. Ó ti ṣe ìjọba rí o, ó ti ṣe politician rí, ó ti ní appointment rí, ó wá ní driver mẹ́rin, ó ní I can't afford to pay them 100,000 naira every month. Do you understand that? He has 4 drivers. He doesn't want his driver to be liberated. He wants his driver to remain under him. Yes, you can have driver, but you must pay them the right money and look after them. Lanrisco, Triple DRS, Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dáadáa Yuba, Òṣè kò ní bàjẹ́ fún ẹ. Báńkì gbogbo àwọn èèyàn mi ní Woolwich. Ọjọ́ wa ó máa tó ṣe kíni, ó máa tó bright ju bó ṣe yẹ lọ. Lanrisco sọ pé Nigeria has been declared now as hunger hotspot. Mo ti rí yẹn. Ẹ mọ̀ pé Nnamdi Kanu sọ pé at some point you will apply for a visa to Somali. What he compare wa pẹ̀lú Somalia. Nigeria now in the same hunger rank with the war-torn Somali. Àwa náà ti wà ní war-torn already. Buhari killed 29,000 of us. We have just half an hour. Aago mẹ́fà péré ni máa parí ètò yìí. Shout out to many of you that are watching me live on the Twitter as we speak this morning. Let's go back to the word liberation. The act of or process of freeing someone or something from another control. What Baba Kitoye is trying to do is to avoid bloodshed. Not that they cannot tell us to start going out and destroy things. No. Yoruba people don't do that. We are too intelligent for such. Rather, Yoruba people, are we not are we not worse than Somalians? Yes, we are. But Nigerians are adamant. They're expecting a transformation. They're expecting a change. And don't come and tell us that Tinubu is not involved in the destruction of Nigeria. Tinubu is part of APC. Tinubu ló lọ gbé Buhari wá from CPC to defeat Jonathan. And Barack Obama and the rest of them supported that agenda. Abayomi really want Mokinyi. Good morning to as many of you that have joined us and those of you that will continue to listen to us at some point in the course of this program. Let me remind you again, nothing great and nothing good would ever come out. Danny Coleman said, give us some Nigerian knowledge, brother. You will go and look for another teacher that will give you that Nigerian knowledge. And be careful with your comments there. You know I have the right from this end. Because I don't know what you mean that I should give you some Nigerian knowledge. What do you mean by Nigerian knowledge? Maybe you want to expatiate a little bit. Yami Taiwo Kike Fasami, good morning. Babawa Oluwole Osho, and Babadada. On a good morning, my special man, and well done. A question comes to my mind. The question is, if regional system of government is passed at National Assembly, what would happen to our agitation? Let me first put it out again. There is always an agenda to distract the minds of Nigerians. Many of us, I am not one, that have been shouting that this regional government is coming up. It is not coming anywhere. That is the first question. But it's good to always look at things and say, okay, Koiki, but we have been seeing something that has been traveling all over the place, that there's a regional government. No, nobody as of today, until that is already in the house, that doesn't stop Yoruba Nation, number one. Yoruba Nation is not a political movement. It is a liberation movement to have an independent Yoruba. And under the leadership of Babakitoye, whether there's going to be a regional government or not, our quest stands only on self-determination. Nigeria is still existing as a country. Nigeria is still going on until it finally either go into a blood-soaking country where there will be fighting among us before we break it, or there will be a peaceful dissolution. But if anybody says that, oh, but Koiki, if we got regional government, no, you don't have it yet. You don't even have the discussion in the House. So don't be deceived that, a regional government has been put inside the House of Assembly for discussion in Abuja. The man that wrote it, I already talked about this some few days back, I believe last week Sunday. His name is Mr. Akin Fakbonda. And I can go on my laptop and it will still be there. That's him there. You can go, he has a Twitter handle. His elder brother was with us on the show. Good morning, Madame Belly, and welcome, ma. The man that wrote that, just reason, good morning. The man, Danny Connor, I can see you're moving around. You've come down this side. Be careful, because don't distract these people that are in this platform. This platform is not a joking platform. You've left the Koikimedia, you've run to my backup. I can say it's still the same person. So be very careful. The man that wrote it is a voluntary retired federal civil service. Shako, good morning. He's an IT consultant. He is the one that wrote that, what we can call a proposal. Is a proposal that is not yet inside the National Assembly or the House. Keke Okos, good morning. Tony Ages, good morning. Abiola Kayode, very good morning. So until that, but it doesn't stop the campaign for Yoruba Nation. Chiema Peter, good morning. So when people say that, oh, there's going to be a regional government, no, there is no regional government anywhere because the discussion has even been rejected profusely by the House. Because even if a regional government will be coming up, they don't want it. These are criminals. Good morning, Chimere Peter. Say, good morning, sir. Right on. I think you are the only one sensible enough. You and Inam Kano are the ones I listen to. Okay. Thank you so much, my Biafra brother. Ikubolaje, Urukonla. Death has created problem. That could reflect because, you know, when you have a family member and that takes care of you and he dies, it's a big problem. So Ikubolaje, good morning, Prophet O.A. Ilekun Nayo. So let's just, I'm answering that question based on what Babami, you know, a big father of mine says there, and I say it again, he says, the question is, if a regional system of government is passed at the National Assembly, that is just another illusion. Sherry, one thing that we always love to know is that they will do something, but they've never done it. Remember that only video Kontaman play. It has taken 30 years, Mokiya Mishade, Eka Roma. It has taken 30 years. Larry Lamina, good morning. This program ends at 6 o'clock because it's just a 1 hour broadcast. You now still be coming out later. So this hope, there is always something in Nigerians that we have this hope. It will happen. Okay, the door of joys. Ilekun ayo eshegoni. The meaning is the door of joy. You see, the Yoruba name are very powerful. Ola, rich, Yomi, God saved him. Ilekun ayo, the door of joy. Yoruba names, the Igbo names, the Hausa names. That is the reason why we are all different. We are very well blessed people, but the Europeans that came in created more amenities among us because we were all living side by side. Ilekun ayo eshegoni. Many people have explained that to me now. Eshegoni. We are all living separately until the British came in and do their magic wand that is now creating bigotry, and everybody has different agenda and intention. Good morning, Sky Tech. Just reason, door is ilekun, ilekun. So let's move swiftly. So nothing is happening to the agitation. The agitation remains the same, whether many of you, because I am not expecting anything from these criminal politicians representing us and you, because we all have representation or representatives. Let me put it that way. Abbas Sahid, good morning. Agbaje Wasifemi, good morning. And happy Friday, and the rest of you. Eshegoni, àwọn tó gbọ́ Yorùbá dáadáa, Shaku, ó ti ń bá mi break it down. Ẹ má ká fi yẹn ká fi distract. Ẹ má bínú if I don't pronounce name properly. Mà pé Yorùbá mi, mo ti fi jẹ burger. I've lived here for 25 years. So Yorùbá tí mo ń sọ igan, mo ń gbìyànjú ni. So what we should focus on is to keep our eye on the ball. Things that they want to do that can have problem. Madi PC, another problem are the citizens of Nigeria. But we can't blame them, my sister, my mother, my auntie, Madi Peace. Nigerians have been suppressed, subjugated, and that is why yesterday I talked about the Normandy. Tilekun, okay, ti ilekun, okay, ilekun, ti ilekun. Close the door. Thank you. Because many Nigerians, like people that are now expecting a regional government, it is that illusion. Oh, something is coming. Something is coming. As Babangida was there, Buhari was there, Obasanjo was there, Shagari was there, Gowon was there, you know, Angurosi destroyed the regional government, and all these things that we've had for 63 years. So it is like there's a dream coming. Oh, Nigeria will be great. Oh, yes, Nigeria was doing very well at the beginning, at least to some extent. Mokibabami Adeyemi Olayemi, good morning. I am just about 5 minutes to the end of this program, but it seems that many of you are still enjoying it, so I will leave it till 6 o'clock UK time. As exactly 6, that means it will just pass an hour a little bit. At 6 in the morning, I will stop the broadcast. So I have 20 minutes left on my time clock, but it looks like I started the program a bit early. Tokyo _778, good morning, my brother. Shout out to all our silent listeners. So, what is the meaning of liberation? And are Nigerians ready to be liberated? They will say, yes, we want to be liberated, but we want to remain in Nigeria. No. Prophet ilẹ̀kùn ayọ̀, ilẹ̀kùn ayọ̀, mo ti get anything. When it, don't worry, Koiki, the Yoruba is coming back fluently in your mouth when we get Yoruba Nation, because we will make sure you go back to Yoruba class. Grandma Le Ajayi, it is soon. Only good morning, the white lion. God continue to strengthen you. Amen. The act or process of freeing someone or something from another control, the act of liberating someone or something. Who is someone? Ilẹ̀kùn ayọ̀ mi a máa dé o. Ẹ máa sanwó fún mi o. Mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ náírà. Kò náírà ò ní value fún mi nísìn. I need pounds. Yami Abose de Rachel ni, they have been suppressed with spiritual attacks. Mr. Perry says, how was my night? I slept like a baby that was just giving birth to yesterday. Mr. Bode of London said, Koiki, you are the best. No, Olorun is the best. I am just doing my own little, with this small brain. You could also do it. It's just that we all have different stars. I know my star. So what I'm doing today is probably pre-planned for me, as we all know that it's a future that has a lot of things entailed spiritually, physically. Just reason say, instead of our people seeing those in government as servant, our people treat them as the servant to those in government. And that, again, I can agree with. That is what I call subjugation. What is subjugate? Look, people that have been suppressed, what we are doing now is we are lifting the hope back, but they are still like in their cold. They are still very cold. Hey, Koiki, in Nigeria, that is first argument. Oh, you and your family, you live abroad. Now you are pushing us. That is what they told me at the beginning. Oh, you are pushing us. You are pushing us. But nobody's pushing anybody. We all need to be liberated. Not everybody will be at home. Papa Ekiti is at home. Papa Ekiti in sorrow. Thank you so much, Tokyo 778. And thank you so much, Bode of London 2000. UK especially. Especially those that see me and they're like, I can still call him out and hug him. Like I saw a brother yesterday. The wife was driving the car. He literally pulled over on the main road, shouting, Koikimedia, Koikimedia. And I also gave him something. Because I'm screenshot to have it. And I've sent it to him on his WhatsApp. He was very pleased to see Igboho. And like I said, Igboho will be in London. God's willing, officially will be announced. But I can just tell you, it's coming in October. It's going to be hot. Massive. Oloyombo in UK, near October. In Europe, at least, Mutiso October. I have any date. Tobati Fuani announcement tí gbogbo jingles bá ti jáde. Ẹ lọ ra ticket kẹ́ wá pàdé olóyè. Dinner mawa, rally mawa. Mr. Adeyemi, thank you so much. So because of the time, we have 15 minutes left. So let's look at the topic one more time. A country without a welfare system. We have now become the people donating. Yeah, take. Yeah, take. If the system was working, Mr. Ahmed Otojometasa, this my Egbon, this my Baba, every time I read his comment, it blows my head away. Ahmed Jamil Adekunle. Peter Obi cannot fix Nigeria. So those who enter our Instagram, Eje Kinsarepa and come back because Otin's up with 18 seconds. Mr. Adekunle comment is always very, I love to read his comment. And the interaction that we are doing today, I want everybody to know that we will all, and our children, will appreciate it at the appropriate time. If we start Instagram, like I said, we're just 15 minutes away. Mo ṣe shout out sí gbogbo yín láàárọ̀ yìí. Ọba Elédùmarè ò ní fi wá sílẹ̀, and we will survive this time. Lee Ajayi Grammar sọ pé, I have to listen to you at any time you are live. Yoruba Nation is what we want. May God continue to uphold our leaders. Professor Akintoye, CSI, and the others. Babami Ahmed Jamil Adekunle, people that are expecting a kind of miracle from Peter Obi. Peter Obi cannot fix Nigeria. No one can fix Nigeria, not even President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Nigeria is not redeemable. I will never stop fighting for Yoruba Nation because it is the only way and the best solution. We don't have issues with the Afeniferis, but we are just saying to them that, look, why is it that we can't all come together and speak in one voice rather than a very structure, attack you, this and that. Chimeri Peter say, we are not enemies to each other. A Yoruba man is not the problem of Igbo man. Igbo man is not the problem of Hausa man. We are doing very fine together. Our leaders, our problem. It is not even our leaders. It is the British that created that problem. AY Texas, Otojometa, good morning. Because the British saw us all separately. And we were doing trade, we were living separately, we were all fine in our own different location and territories until they started creating the slave trade for over 500 years. You see, we should even be more upset that we were taken away as slaves, our forefathers. Yusuf Tunde, good morning, sir. Assalamu alaikum to everyone. Prophet Ilekwayo, and I've pronounced it very well now. Many don't know you are not been in Nigeria. Don't stop you from feeling what is happening to we in Nigeria. And you're right. The feelings of the diaspora to you all at home is very, very painful. That how can somebody be coming and be saying that I need kidney transplant and I can't have the money yet, but they can still be taking care of the person until they find the right kidney. But the person doesn't have money for Koikimedia, the change of the blood and all that. That's it. Terrorists, Bora say, you were taken away as prisoners of war. Many people during the slave trade, they were not paid. Many of our forefathers fought for the British and the Europeans during the World War I and World War II. Transplant. But before there's a transplant, you have to do the change of blood. Many Nigerians cannot afford it. It is expensive. Moki Yawa Comfort Ologunja, Moki Sheguano, and many of you, Yemi Fatoki Yawa, but Ifagumileke. So, before I go, because the time is running very fast, what we should be discussing is how dialysis, triple DRS. I have a family friend that is on dialysis for the last only God knows. The whole machine system in Ulie Logbesi, Oman Shifun Body of London say, the fact is that no one can fix Nigeria, but yet many Nigerians expect. Look, I'm not saying you shouldn't go home and have fun, do business if you can, as long as nobody dupe you, and if they dupe you, you have a judicial system. We can continue to do all what we are doing and still be demanding our exit from Nigeria. Yeah, my boss said, I pray every day that Yoruba Nation will come to pass in my lifetime, and it will come. Olalekan Oladunjo is okay. Good morning, White Lion. God is your strength, and we're very proud of you. Mr. Ahmed went further again, but let me read Prophet O.A. Ilekwayo, because I love that name now. I will send you one video on WhatsApp. You have to see it, but I'd love you to use it to talk to our people again. Okay? tó bá yẹ pé mo ti rí tẹ́lẹ̀. So yes, dialysis. There is a family friend of ours. I'm not making this up. She still drives. She goes around all over. She's still working. But inú ilé ẹ̀ ló gbé machine yẹn sí, and they've trained her what to do. You know, not that the medical system will not be there to support her. She still travel. The only thing is they can only travel for a period limited. I didn't even know that. Do you know how much it costs if your family have kidney problem and you have to be doing dialysis? Oh my God, very expensive. But look at our politicians stealing so much of the wealth that is meant to be for every single one of us. 9 minutes to the end of the program. Mr. Ahmed said all the crooks, criminal politicians will not want their milking pot to get out of their hands. They are all stuck. Nigeria money in the foreign countries. Banks and foreign government don't want Nigeria out of their grabs. They are enjoying the Nigerian corrupt political class system by helping them to loot and starch out money to the banks. And like I always say, I follow this platform that send me information. Even Peter Obi kept his money in an offshore. Do you know what offshore is? Offshore is where you keep the money. And I think I received something from this. They are called the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists. And the one I received on Wednesday, the June 5th, says, welcome to the ICIG weekly newsletter. A whistleblower claims to have uncovered billions of dollars of hidden transactions carried out by one of the UK largest banks for Iranian entities and international terror groups, a new court filing reveals. The former Santander Chartered Executive accused the United States government of committing a colossal fraud by ignoring damning evidence of wrongdoing by the London-based bank, even after its dodgy criminal persecution by the U.S. Department of Justice for sanction. In 2012, Standard Chartered agreed to forfeit $227 million, Mukibaba Miwaris Junodo, to the DOJ, while admitting to illegally moving millions through the U.S. financial system for clients in Iran and other sanctioned countries. So what that means is that many Nigerian politicians are moving money within all the, that intention, is completely independent away. Mr. Adeyemi is completely independent away from Yoruba Nation. It has nothing to do with Yoruba Nation. I've been able to attend one of their meetings. I meant to bring him on, but it hasn't just happened. And he's talking about, this Yoruba political party that has been set up in UK. It has nothing to do with Baba Akintoye. It is independent away from Baba Akintoye. And I don't want anybody to think that a Yoruba political party that has been set up by Bashegun, it is got nothing. I have visited them in one of their meetings. I did a couple of questions. I was not too satisfied, but I will just leave it like that. I meant to bring him on, but I've been very busy, and that has not happened. Yes, he will be contesting as an MP. He has the right. He lives in UK. He has the right to set up a political party. One right. But that has nothing to do with the self-determination. And it has nothing to do with Baba Akintoye and Igboho and the YSDM. He is a leader of his own within that party. He's the one that formed the party in Yebashigun. And I hope that clarifies, the question. Koiki, they answer a question to Mobie. If I don't want to answer it, I can just ignore it. For me. I have attended a meeting, but like I said, I am not yet convinced on certain things. And that is why I'm slowing down, because I'm very, very careful. My platform is very, very important. And I'm a journalist. I'm meant to be independent. But on Yoruba Nation, I stand. And I don't want anybody, to bring anything that some might say, oh, she wanted to bring jade. Because there were a lot of things I asked them in the meeting that I could not get a good clarity on. So I'll probably just leave it like that for now. They want me to promote it. but I've just decided not to yet. And nobody can force me to do what I don't want to do yet. So I'm sure you've listened to him on other platforms. And just to say, if the Yoruba Party features in London, especially in my borough, then I will vote for them on the 4th of July, which is, again, is the reason why they want it to happen. But it's not linked yet with anything in Nigeria. They have the right, just as I have the right to do what I'm doing here in UK. Laptop in my face couldn't because if you see charger. But anyway, it's fair party program, just about 5 minutes away, but only like million. So So we might find time to bring him in, maybe to come and have a conversation with us. So Babakitoye is not briefed about it. He doesn't know anything about the political party. So that is about it. And to set political party, they set it up, from what I said, to support the Yoruba people in UK, immigration and other areas. And I know another auntie of mine, Obaseki. She will be contesting in Tottenham as an MP under the UKIP. So it's not something that is, it's just that our Yoruba 13, sure, Yoruba nation, Yoruba, I think like Nigerians, but it's a different thing entirely, and that is the way it is. So I'll leave that, and I think I've clarified that a little bit. So, but like I said, I just have my own reservation for it right now. So I'll leave it like that. So at 3 minutes before I go, the topic is a country without a welfare system for 63 years. Nigga Olewa expect a welfare system. I am Soapy. Good morning, my brother. Just Reason say Nigeria just can't succeed in its current form. It is almost impossible. Again, Prophet O.A. Ilekun Ayosakwe, Peter B. Atiku Tinubu, even an angel can't rule Nigeria to succeed. It's so heartbroken. Nigeria was never designed to work. So the letter that Babakitoye sent to Tinubu, some say that Tinubu will not respond. It doesn't matter. It is just the normal thing to do. Madam Bali said, Yoruba nation is the only way. Eshegoni. Is it the same Madam Bali Tajawan in the WhatsApp group? Madam Bali, Eba me confirm ma. I hope it's the same Madam Bali. So, just under the last 2 minutes, let me just put out quickly our closing remark to Tinubu on the reason why we need to go. We Yoruba are civilized modern people. We attach the greatest importance to citizens, respect for the sanctity, integrity, and the dignity of the public authority. We are sure that all the public order and the good depend on those conditions. We find it extremely difficult to continue to accept to be part of a country in which any one of the constituent people feels free to treat their country and its government as the Fulani are treating Nigeria. The Nigerian president, the Nigerian federal government, and all the government and the peoples of the Nigerian Federation today. We are sure that the Fulani act of terror and destructions against other Nigerian peoples are criminal acts. And that is why, just to close it finally, if you see that the bill to stop the open grazing, the North are saying no way. Some of you don't know that the Northerners and most of the senators, they are previous governors. Like Amoson was a governor before. Simon Lalong, Elogbon Koti Simon Lalong, Olori Buruku Simon Lalong, that was the Plateau State governor. Go and listen to what he said in the Senate. He's now a senator. Most of them does not want the best for the Yoruba people. When you call stop open grazing, stop moving your cows from point A to B. They don't want that. And also create economic damage with their own rich people like the Dangote, the BUA, and the rest of them, and include some Yoruba people as well, like the $10 and that. Nigeria has come to an end. I hope you've enjoyed the early morning broadcast. Like I said, I don't give a time and date when I come online. Just make sure you have the notification bell on. There by there, it won't live. You watch it again when you wake up. Remember, it is an independent and it will always remain independent. but I work for Baba Akintoye. And I'm not going to do anything I said, no matter who you are, to please anybody against Baba Akintoye and Igboho. No way. I have seen the two of them. Emi àti Igboho ti jẹ in the same, about coordinator. I've sat down at Ile-Ife. When I went to see Baba Akintoye, he was eating, I was there. And there is no way I would do anything against them to please anybody. It doesn't matter who you are. Baba Akintoye ni mo ṣiṣẹ́ fún àti Igboho àti ọmọ Yoruba. That is my belief, even though I still remain an independent organization called Koikimedia. And I'm sure you get the message. Iṣẹ́ wa ta ló mọrin yẹn? Ẹ mọ̀ ẹ lọ́kọ̀ náà kò ṣe tó le kò le tó yẹn. A tún máa pàdé ní àsìkò tá a bá pàdé lágbára Ọlọ́run. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìyá mi, màá fi yín lẹ́yìn tẹ́ wà l'Amẹ́ríkà, ẹ lọ fẹ̀gbẹ́lélẹ̀ díẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní UK, ó yá ẹ bọ́ sí ìgboro ká lọ fàṣẹ. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi triple DRS, ó yá ẹ bọ́ sí patron kẹ́ lọ bomi sára. Àbẹ̀wà off lane. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà Nàìjíríà, ó yá iná ẹ̀ wá nǹkan ṣe jàre. Ẹ fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan kan, kò sí nǹkan kan, kò ń ṣẹjọ́ yín. Ẹ má blame ara yín fún. You want to do it, but there is no opportunity. Kò ń ṣẹjọ́ yín. It is the system that was created. Oran Yola máa san fẹ́yìn tẹ́ wà labroad ní Amẹ́ríkà ni mo mí náà. Àwa tábà ní UK létí mọ́. Ó yá. Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wá. Kí n tó máa lọ mọ kí ìyá tó bí mi lọ́mọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. You might be wondering why. Because tó bá bí mi, ẹ ní rí mi ní jókòó báyìí. So mo gbọ́dọ̀ máa kí ní gbogbo ìgbà. Mo dẹ̀ kí àwọn ìyàwó mi, mo dẹ̀ kí àwọn ọmọ Odùwà. Èní ni Friday. Thank God it's Friday. One love. Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wá, fún orílẹ̀ ibi wa. Kàgbéga fàìlérí. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bàtí bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́. Ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹ́jẹ́ ká máa lépa. Ìtẹ̀síwájú fọ́pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Yoruba nation no going back. Koiki, I'm almost at work. Mo jẹ́rìí ará London tó máa clock in yẹn mi pé tó bá ti clock in ní time yẹn kò ṣeé yí machine ni. When are you sure you were not late today? I was not late. Wàá kọ́ lọ wò lẹ́yìn ni. But you clock in at 9 o'clock. I'm sure everybody's on his way to work. Èmi náà àwọn ọmọ Odùwà ní pẹ́ ready. Ilé ìwé tó yá láàárọ̀. Ọba Elédùmarè pẹ̀lú Pastor mọ̀mọ́ kíyan. Ẹni tí ń bá wa dárúkọ ẹ má fi ṣèbínú rárá. One love. A tún máa pàdé. Tàbá ti wà ní oyè yín. Bye for now.